What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Scribe Gaming. We're going to do some more GAC catch-ups. Buckle in. Let's do this. Alrighty, we are up against the gentleman known as Pamel in the finals of this particular GAC. We've won every round so far. Let's see if we can round it out. So, from the start here, he has already cleared the front by the time I started the attacks. No dropped battles there whatsoever, but we can deal with that. Looks like on the back wall, however, he has stumbled. He's dropped a battle there against my Holdo fleet, which is quite satisfying to see, not going to lie. So he one-shot the Rey, one-shot the GG8 team that I put in the front wall defense, and out at the back, he has left my Jedi Knight Luke team standing, and he did one-shot the weird Newt Separatist Wampa monstrosity that I put in the back. So in the northern section, we've got Padme, we've got Geos, we've got DR. Nothing to really sniff at. Quite strong teams there, but nothing that I'm crazy worried about right now. The DR is obviously something to concern me with, especially if we remember missing mods on JKR, missing mods on DR. South wall section, we've got GG and we've got Mother Talzin. Now this guy had 2 GLs for offense. Well, sorry, I don't know if he's got them both for offense. He had 2 GLs to work with compared to my 2 GLs, which made a nice change of pace because I was always getting matched up with people with more GLs than me, so this was nice. So as you can see, trusty Darth Revan over there, missing mods, shame on me. I decided to go ahead and take this Darth Revan team up against GG. We used it in the previous week to great effect, and I thought, probably not going to use my Darth Revan anywhere else. I may as well use it up against his General Grievous. So, the battle begins. We get a nice little bit of AoE fear off there. The Droideka gets feared, which is actually quite nice. And immediately that B2 comes out of hiding. I try and spread the shock. We had a stagger there on GG, which was very, very useful. We did land the shock quite well. Now Maggie can't taunt. AoE here, we get the death mark on Grievous. Bye-bye Grievous. Game over. Easy dubs. Happy to see it when that happens this way. I know that this is a big team, guys, to be wasting on General Grievous. But honestly, when you control the situation this well, it's useful. Where else am I going to use a 256 speed Darth Revan? Maybe I didn't have to take in the whole team there, but I like to do it just for the security. So we'll just finish off this B1 battle droid now, and we get decent enough banners there. 56. I'll take that against Grievous. Immediately looks like we are going to go straight into a battle against the Nightsisters now. And I believe I've taken a Padme squad here. Yeah, so here we go. Padme, Anakin, who are we going to take in? Ahsoka and GK. Do I leave it at that, or do I take in R2? I do take in R2. Looks like I'm taking no risks with this last round, guys. I'm just going to take in full squads. I know that I've got the advantage because he has dropped a battle in my fleet section, and hasn't full cleared yet. I have a feeling that he was waiting for me to finish my round before he finishes off the final 2 sections, maybe to see whether or not he can, you know, how efficient he has to be in his offense in his last couple of attacks. There we go, there we go, there we go. All focusing on my GK. I'm getting a little bit like, hey, come on, I would like to take a turn. Nice little bit of burning there. I think we might have got a kill on Nightsister Spirit then. Definitely did then. That should be the 2 deaths done. We've got a nice amount of courage slapped around across the board right now. Still got plenty of courage on Anakin. If we get a nice big hit out of him now, that would be good. Here we go. Bye, Daka. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Now we've just got Mother Talzin Spirit and Asajj left to worry about. Obviously, Zombie's going to be there forever. I think we do the kick here. Yeah, kick just to make sure she doesn't do anything. And really in this situation, I probably want to try and get rid of Talzin because she's weaker, and there's that foresight constantly on Spirit. Looks like we are focusing on... I was going to say, Talzin's going to be a weaker one. We may as well go and do the AoE. There we go. That's pretty. Anakin putting in work there. Absolutely delicious to see. Nightsisters tend to fall quite heavily to Padme, just in general. There's too much recovery, there's too much resisting in a Padme team, and all that courage stacks up. So 56 banners, and we get to reveal the back wall, see how many GLs this certain gentleman saved for offense. Hello, Smudge. Thank you, kitten. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, so as we can see, absolutely no GLs on defense, and at this moment I think that this guy's probably in a spot of bother, simply because if he's got no GLs on defense, that means I don't have to worry so much about what I take on offense now. I've still got my JML for offense, so it should be pretty plain sailing for me at this point. So I decided to go after his Gas 5O first team in the back wall, taking in CLS. Now, CLS versus Gas 5O first is pretty straightforward. Not always the best banners, but it pretty much always wins. I've never failed with this particular ability. I know a lot of people say they go after Gas at the start. I tend to go after Rex to stop him getting the form up and, you know, spreading all that additional TM, and I've never had issues with it. Because even here, I mean, he's got Tenacity down on General Skywalker right now, so, I mean, I could simply remove his TM, but it looks like I saved the TM removal. And Gas will be dropping any second now. Big mass assist. I always put this on Han. Han gets the extra attack, you can reduce the TM, etc, etc. Now we just want to kill 5s as soon as possible. I could do the AoE here, but I think... oh no, I do the AoE. And we actually trigger the 5 sacrifice there, which is obviously terrible. Fortunately for us though, these clones are kind of trash. So even with the increased stats, they're not really up to a whole lot. So we kill all the clones. You know it's good when you can kill all the clones before Gas stands back up, because you don't want to have to drop him a second time. And there we go, Gas is dealt with. Easy peasy. Like I said, 55 banners, not great, but victory's a victory, right? So next up I decided to go up against his Padme team, and I'm taking in a Jedi Revan team. Now, I use this sort of counter quite frequently. All this is based around, guys, is trying to focus down Jedi Knight Anakin. Don't do the call to assist to give the enemy team bonus protection. We just want to try and kill Anakin. Once Anakin is out of the game, it's pretty easy. So whenever we do these assists, we do it on GK. That way Anakin's not gaining bonus protection, and we can just quite happily go ahead and kill Anakin as soon as possible. Unfortunately, that attack out of turn coming out of Jolee there did kind of give the bonus protection up over to Anakin, which is a little bit on the frustrating side. Just basic there with Jolee. We can steal these buffs. Yoda's going to be invisible, so we don't have to worry about him counterattacking. Yeah, I was going to say, we'll target GK here, pass strategic advantage over, and we'll get a big hit on Anakin. Bye-bye, 127k there coming out of our little green Hulk. Love to see it. I do like seeing that big hits from GMY. And now, at this point with no Anakin, this game becomes so much more manageable. Even though they've got a big relic advantage on me, it doesn't really matter, guys, because we've taken out the big damage dealer, we've taken out the assist and the bonus turn that Padme would be getting whenever Anakin triggers his bonus turn. So I just do a basic here because I'm like, Jolee, you need to stay alive. And then we focus down Padme Amidala. Once we've got those, once Padme and JKR are out, the game is completely finished. So just plain sailing here. There's no counterattacks because Yoda is invisible and he had strategic advantage. What do? Yeah, get rid of the retribution off Padme. Steal those buffs. Big hit. Come on, let's go. Bye, Padme. Now we are laughing, guys. Now we are absolutely laughing. I didn't want to do the AoE there because they'd all counterattack, so I just wanted to try and get rid of Shakti if at all possible. It's okay to call the assists now because Padme's gone. They're not going to be getting that bonus protection when we attack out of turn. So I'm going to spread all these tasty buffs. Everybody's going to get retribution and we'll be all happy. So obviously GK is being a little bit annoying here with that taunt and retribution, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yes, the basic is literally finished right now, so we're just clock watching, I guess. I like to focus down Ahsoka because she's usually pretty squish. Get rid of her. She also gets rid of all our buffs, which is frustrating. Shakti does as well, obviously, but Ahsoka I find more frustrating. At least with Shakti you can evade her basic with Foresight. You can't do that against Ahsoka. Let's go ahead and, I was going to say, steal the buffs and spread them. I'm hoping here to at least try and recover some banners. We've gotten quite a bit back, but obviously we're missing health on Jedi Knight Revan, and all of our attacks out of turn will really help recover that. So let's pass that over. Boom, ba boom, ba boom. Yep, we can do this without fear of retribution right now. Big hit on GK, stunned him, perfect. I'm not sure why I focused down General Kenobi, maybe I was just frustrated with him being there. Ooh, that was a nice stun there. Looks like we can get the full banners back on Revan there. Just Jolee missing banners. I'll take that, 60 banners. Good job. So next up on the chopping block, guys, is going to be his DR, and I'm going to be taking in my Jedi Master Luke with Zaris and Shak T. I took in a little bit of support just so that I could make use out of JML's ultimate. JML could probably just straight up solo this team, I'm not going to lie. Obviously he cannot be feared, he will take reduced damage from the drain, so Malak isn't really an issue for him. I decided to increase the cooldowns on DR here. I'm not sure if it was actually the best thing to do, but we went for it regardless. And then I think I just go to strip the taunt, yeah. So there we go, we get feared anyway. Now we do the big hit, boop. Nice little boppages there. Unfortunately that shock that we've got on our JML there was stopping us from taunting, which is a little bit on the frustrating side, but we get around it. Obviously Jedi Master Luke can ignore taunt, so we can just get him to avoid all that Sith Trooper taunt. I kind of want to get out Bastila Fallen. She's kind of my primary target right now, because I feel like once she's gone, life becomes a lot easier. Calling in Shak T then obviously gets rid of the taunt off that Sith Trooper. Constantly taunting, how irritating is he? Boom. Shak T nearly gone now. I decide to recover some protection on our boy JML. Basti hanging in by an absolute thread there. How dare she, how very dare she. Do the big hits. Still hanging in by a thread. Can we get rid of Sith Empire Trooper? Yay, no more taunting for you. Now can we get rid of Basti? There we go, Basti's gone. I think I do the special here, get the crit hit immunity and the taunt over on JML. Not that fussed about the mass fear. Definitely want to get rid of Marauder. Deathmark really doesn't do anything. I would actually consider it to be just a secondary taunt at this point, because obviously you cannot, you don't take the increased damage. There we go, get a big hit. Unfortunately we do lose Shak T, a little bit unfortunate in the timing there, and you obviously cannot call assists on Darth Revan, so the ultimate ability doesn't really work. This doesn't look pretty right now, guys, but honestly Malak can't do anything to JML, so it's just, it is what it is. He can try, but he will not be successful. Malak's nearly gone there, he gets his third stack. I'm just gonna basic him. Yes, he recovers a little bit. I'm like, come on Malak, time for you to die. I'm not increasing his cooldowns, guys, because I actually want him to use the drain ability, because that's actually going to deal less damage than if he basics me. So, there we go. Obviously, banner's not great. Probably would have been better off not taking in the support, but it is what it is. I decided to go after his Geos now, guys, and I figured because I don't need to use Traya and Scion, I'm not going to risk it, so I'm just going to go in with Vader. I checked their speeds just to make sure that my Vader is going to go first. Obviously my Thrawn is super quick, so I can just either fracture or swap the turn over to Vader. Vader versus Geos, guys, is a bit of a joke, not going to lie. You should be able to go through and wipe out the majority of these people. I like to land the Crush on Sunfac because he does counterattack, and you can't counterattack versus Force Crush. There we go, we've already taken out Geo Spy and Geo Soldier. That's like 90% of the damage there. There goes the Brute, there goes the Brood, and it's just Sunfac left. No counters for you. Put on the tank tech over here on Thrawn, and boom, fracture. And yeah, this is already over. I probably could have used the special there just to kill Sunfac with the dots, but we didn't go for that in the end. Yeet! Over 100,000 damage there, I think, with Vader on that last yeet. 62 banners, easy victory. And now we actually get to go ahead and see what fleets he's set on defense. And here we go. You can see that is, I believe, the Finalizer. No, it's not the Finalizer, is it? That's the Executor. So we've got GK on defense, and we've got the Executrix. So he's gone for the short reinforcement on the GK. So him being R5 as well is actually a benefit to us. That is supposedly an anti-Malevolence defense fleet. I don't think it's the optimal lineup, but it is a lineup that he's gone with. And we've still got a heck of a lot left to work with. I decided to just go in with a gas solo because I can. It's good banners, why not? It is good banners, so why not? Here we go, I think we just go in with the big AoE, boop, and by Executioner. And here we go, the counter attacks from gas, killing off basically everybody. I do like taking in gas as a solo, he's just fun. There we go, good 63 banners there, guys. Easy 63. So we decide to start out with his Negotiator, and I decide, seeing as though he's trying to run an anti-Malevolence fleet, I'm going to run a Negotiator fleet against it, because I can use the Malevolence then to deal with his other fleet. Now I'm going to use a setup that I think would easily work through what he's got. I also have the Relic advantage. His GK is only Relic 5, mine is Relic 8. So I will also have the speed advantage. I'll be able to get the mass AoE off at the start and daze his ATA2 with any luck. So I start out with the immediately doing the wrong move. In the Rex lineup, guys, if they've got Rex on the starting lineup, you should always target the Rex first, because he ends up wasting his first special. So don't do what I do, basically. Luckily here we've done enough damage to his Rex, I think, that we just kill it straight out. He doesn't get a turn, which is nice. He's already a ship down. He didn't even use his unending loyalties because his units weren't low enough in health, which is not ideal, obviously, but because we've got the fleet advantage, it really doesn't matter. I go ahead and call in Plo, get rid of the daze on my units, give the bonus TM, and now if I can get rid of this Y-Wing pretty quickly, we should be able to go after the Anakin. Bye-bye. He's probably going to call in Plo here. Ah, no, he calls in the Umbaran Starfighter. We do lose our Plo from that big hit from 5s. He must have a decently relicked 5s, to be honest. Okay, and here we go. Like, we've definitely won this, guys. It's just a case of by how many banners are we going to win this particular fleet battle. Because, well, we've lost Plo, obviously, and we've lost health on our Anakin and our protection. But still, 61. It's not great, but it is a one-shot against his fleet. It is a one-shot, so we've just got his Empire fleet now, and I'm going to take him my Malevolence, because why not? Empire doesn't particularly do well against the Malevolence, so I'm only taking in Spy as my reinforcement, and that's just in case I need to knock out a unit straight away before he gets a turn. The reinforcement from Spy, if you have him as Relict, his special attack does a lot of damage. So yeah, unfortunately they do get the speed advantage, which is a little bit on the frustrating side, but we do not lose our little Vulture Droid, which is nice. I do the AoE here because I don't feel the need to cleanse right now. I mean, the Buzz Droids would have been nice, but we're going to get Buzz Droids across the field anyway. There we go. We lose him here, big sad. And then I'm like, oh, I could just do this. I didn't want to attack the Vader there because I didn't want to cleanse the dots on him. The Buzz Droids on the taxi. Now that it's jumped up to 3, I decide, okay, now is when we'll reinforce. Obviously that shuttle is going to cool down the speed, but we targeted the Vader luckily with the reinforcement, so we're just able to knock him out. If Vader is gone, this becomes so much easier, guys. It becomes a piece of cake, and now he has no tank. So all he's got is the TIE Fighter pilot, which I'm sure will dodge, because knowing my luck, they always dodge. Decide to cleanse off the burning here, and once we've got this TIE Fighter pilot out, it is GG, game over, game set match. No need to target the TIE Fighter pilot there, because he's going to die from the buzzies. GG, 63 banners. Not terrible, guys, not terrible at all. So there we have it, guys. Final score for me there was, what, 2,116 banners. He has not finished attacking yet, but we will check out his score now. And there we have it, guys. 2,116 banners to 2,106. So we won by a grand total of 10 banners in the end, guys. Looks like he didn't drop a battle. Apologies, I thought he did drop a battle. But he obviously was not as efficient as us. Even though he saved both of his GLs for offense, he only got 47 banners against the Rey, 51 banners against GG. He used C with a full lineup over here. I'm not sure why he completely overkilled this GG and then still lost units. This is the sort of thing that's costing him the win, really. He used his Imperial Troopers against the Geos for a good 60 banners. He short-manned the Mon Mothma for 61. He used JTR against my Resistance team. I mean, this Resistance team was just a trash team, to be honest. And then he used CLS to take out the Newt team. But again, only 53 banners. He only hung on by the skin of his teeth there. In the fleets, he got good 66 banners against my Rebels using a Finalizer, which is a pretty solid counter, to be honest. And then he used the Malevolence against the Holdo for 62. That one wasn't such a good win, to be honest. And he ended up using JKR against my JKL. I'm very surprised that he actually managed to get this done. I'm guessing my Hermit Yoda wasn't quite up to speed. His Revan probably outsped. But still, win was in the bag. GG's all round. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. just giving a quick shout out to my patrons. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and without your support, I wouldn't be doing this today. Thanks so much.